Well, folks, we now come down to the business end of round 6. It's time for the finals, and first up, let's take you through the starting grid for Micromax. And it is as follows. Niki Naruhito Tomasi winning the pre-final starts from pole position ahead of Ryan Rampadarath. Dimitar Lazarov and Conor Halfer round out row number 2 with Noah Stehauder, Bruce Chirino and Mateusz Clever rounding out the grid. Now, according to scores that I have received, now these scores may still be provisional at the time that I am discussing them. At the moment, including drop scores, new championship leader after the pre-final, Ryan Rampadarath, 363 points. Conor Halfer and Niki Naruhito Tomasi equal on 360 points apiece. Dimitar Lazarov, 350. Noah Stehauder, 335. Mateusz Clever, 321. And Bruce Chirino, 316, which means the following. Niki Naruhito Tomasi has to officially beat Ryan Rampadarath by more than 3 points. So if Tomasi wins and Rampadarath holds on to second, it could go to count back, which could be close. However, based on that fact, Tomasi has to win, Rampadarath has to finish P3. Right then, let's get things going for the finals. And they are gonna send them around again. Oh, the tension is building. So if Niki Naruhito Tomasi and Ryan Rampadarath finished as they were in the pre-final, as they are right now, Rampadarath, I think, would be, so looking at it from this perspective, that would be, oh, well, it would put them, looking at it from that, well, let's see how things pan out, but I don't want to spoil, I don't want to start calculating maths at this point. I want to concentrate on the racing for you folks here at the circuit, but also watching at home. And a big thank you to everyone. We've had a consistent amount of about 100, 110 viewers at one point or another. But this is the first race where one of the grand finals tickets for Team Netherlands gets decided. Red lights reignited on the gantry here at Circuit de Landsaard. 1,030 metres, 13 minutes plus 2 laps. Revs rise, lights are on. Lights are out and we're underway. And into turn number 1, Tomasi has the race lead. Rampadarath is holding on to second and keeps it through turn 2. Neatly done there by the number 32 from SB Motorsport. But Tomasi has already struck with an early lead. So I've got a little bit of time here on my hands. Well, I say that, but so, at the moment, you're going to love me for this, it's tied on points. So, 363 points, plus 52 for Ryan Rampadarath, puts us to 415. Niki Naruhito Tomasi, 360 points, plus 55 equals 415. Now, if it goes to count back, it would go the way of Tomasi. So now, what Ryan Rampadarath needs is one thing, and one thing alone, and that is to win the final. And when that is confirmed, not if, when that is confirmed, then Rampadarath will head to Sarno. If it goes to count back, it's in the favour of the race leader at the moment. Sun continuing to beat down on the circuit here at the Landsaard in what has been so far an action-packed round 6 out of 8. We return to Circuit Berchem on the 13th of October, and I'm pleased to let you know the following, folks. Unfortunately, I won't be here, but there is a man that will be, and I'll reveal that person at the end of the broadcast. But I will be back for the season finale in the first weekend of November when we crown our 2024 Dutch Rotax and KZ2 champions, powered by Chrono Karting at the home of champions, where it all started very much earlier on this year at Karting Genk. And a couple of weeks before that, we started with the Champions Winter Trophy. The Rampadarath is keeping Niki Naruhito Tomasi very, very honest. So there will have been a conversation in the lengthy break in between the pre-final and the final. So at the moment, it is even Stevens, but heads to count back. .169 with the advantage that Naruhito Tomasi had. But Rampadarath showed his nose through the final right-hander as if to give Tomasi a little bit of a scare. And now this is bringing Dimitar Lazarov in. Now, all I'm going to say is this. If you have 2, it's company. 3, it's a crowd. And if Lazarov becomes the deciding factor in this, well, how about that for a final chapter to write here on round 6? Now, at the moment, Halfa is the fastest out there, 49 point. No, not Halfa, it's Lazarov on the my apologies there to Connor. Dimitar Lazarov has the opportunity to get in between Ryan Rampadarath and Niki Naruhito Tomasi. Is quicker than the pair of them by about 2/10. 0.6 of a second covers the top 3 at the moment as Rampadarath defends. That's not going to help him at all at this moment in time. Now I'm going to throw a little bit of a possible equation here. Let's say, for instance, Niki Naruhito Tomasi does not win, finishes second. If Ryan Rampadarath finishes in P3 and Dimitar Lazarov wins the final, it's 1 point. And what will that mean? It means that Tomasi would not get the chance to go to Sano, but Rampadarath will. This is where I really, really feel for these drivers, that they put so much hard work, and there only can be one driver that ends up getting that opportunity, and the other one has to wait for another chance to get that, you know, be able to have that opportunity to try and race against, you know, the very, very best in the world. And at the moment, well, Niki Naruhito Tomasi is leading that charge. So it would, well, looking at it from this perspective, so at the moment, well, Ryan Rampadarath has got 2 victories. Niki Naruhito Tomasi, 2 victories. Second places, 2 apiece. 2 third places for Rampadarath. Tomasi, 1 third place. Oh, it could. I mean, if it goes to 3 wins, then it is effectively that will be the casting factor. However, over the course of a race distance like this, when it's 13 minutes plus 2 additional laps, you don't know how the pendulum is going to swing, and especially when you've got the top 3 covered. Oh, there's the move that's a change, and that is a decisive change at this stage. 7 minutes in, and Ryan Rampadarath now is down in 3rd place. However, the script has not yet fully been realised and written. And this is where things get a little bit fraught. Now, it is about how drivers react. And I wouldn't say the word retaliate, but start fighting back. You know, retaliation is a very, very sinister word. Fighting back, in my eyes, is a better way of looking at the situation, because it's about how a driver dusts themselves off from a knockback and how they really start pushing to the fore. And that's where it all comes to fruition. So 8 minutes completed, 5 to go, plus 2 additional laps. Also, for those drivers that do win Grand Finals tickets today, they will be presented by our official Dutch Lion mascot here at Chrono Karting. And we'll have that after the weekend results. 1.2 seconds is now the advantage that Nicky Naruhito Tomasi has over Dimitar Lazarov. So, the scores on the doors at the moment between Rampadarath and Naruhito Tomasi. With 360 points at the moment, to his credit, plus 55 for a win. Nicky Naruhito Tomasi, 415 points. Ryan Rampadarath, 363 coming into this race. 50 points for a third would be 413. And there's cheers coming in for Bruce Chirino. Okay, Batman. We also got Nicky Naruhito Tomasi having support from Arthur Ray Karting and the Duke of Holland on YouTube. 3.5 minutes to go. And at the moment, the pace that Lazarov is setting is not setting the timesheets alight, and the gap is pretty much at a stalemate as things stand right about now. So 12 laps completed. Naruhito Tomasi has now expanded that gap to just over 1.3 seconds, which is now climbing. Dimitar Lazarov and Ryan Rampadarath round out the top 3. Conor Halfer 4th, Noah Steyhouder 5th, Luis Chirino and Mateus Clever round out the 7 strong. Then we've got an even bigger fight in Minimax coming up next. But Ryan Rampadarath needs to start fighting back. It could be too little, too late, but everything has to be put into the efforts right now. Wind has picked up to a southeasterly direction, 10 kph. So whether that has a bearing on how that is impacting the circuit, and also whether that might be providing a little bit of unwelcome breeze that might unsettle karts. But Lazarov is still in that second position. To the final minute and a half plus 2 additional laps of this Micro Max final, and the tension is palpable. The way things stand, looks to be the case. Looking at Nicky Naruhito Tomasi, that will be a 3rd win this season. last time out. Won at round 4 back here. Won the pre-final, finished second in the final. Rampadarath was second in the pre-final, won in the final. But now it's all gone the way of one particular driver. Niki Naruhito Tomase goes on to our second from last lap. Lap number 15 completed, lap 16 underway. So the timer is counting down. We've got about 2.5 kilometres of racing still to go. And Niki Naruhito Tomase, who started from, who really has decided, you know what, I'm going to take this race weekend by the scruff of the neck and bring it along for the ride with me. 2 laps to go. The number 25 on the CRG throws it into turn 1 on the penultimate lap of the race. Now the run down into turn 2. There's Dimitar Lazarov and Ryan Rampadarath. Connor Halfer and Noah Stehauder rounding out the top 5. Chris Torino comes across the line in 6th. And Mateus Clever, who's been struggling with engine dramas over the course of the weekend. His dad informed me yesterday, well, they've had problems with the top part of the spark plug. Hasn't been sitting well, hasn't been clipping into place. But Niki Naruhito Tomase is 1 lap away from a double victory that could be something to change this driver's life. Out of the final corner, 1 lap to go. Tomase just needs to bring that car across the line and take the victory. Lazarov has started closing, but it was only a 1/10.5. If that was started about 4 laps ago and then Lazarov increased pace, then I would understand that there would be a possibility the number 25, Niki Naruhito Tomase, would be under bigger danger. But as the laps have counted down, as the corners have faded away behind the number 25, so it's going to be a double victory this weekend. Out of the final corner, it's 2 for 2 here at Landsaard. Niki Naruhito Tomase takes the win. Oh, now, did I just see something there that I thought I had to do a double take at? Ryan Rampadarath, second. Dimitar Lazarov, I'm not too sure what happened there. But, well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm not going to say anything about who our ticket winners will be because I'm not sure. We will officially announce them at the prize givings later on today, but it will go to a tie break. So, Niki Naruhito Tomase takes the provisional win in the final, 2 for 2 for the number 25. Ryan Rampadarath, P2 ahead of Dimitar Lazarov, who also set the fastest lap of the race. Connor Halfer, Noah Stehauder, Bruce Chirino and Mateus Clever ran out the finishing order, all making it to the checkered.